If you look back your journey in Drupal, do you have like a few milestone kind of examples in the accessibility area, how Drupal evolved up until today? Like what are the things and the moments when you felt that this is moving forward and the community is helping the users who are trying to create and access content on the web, and when you felt that this was a big step forward in that area?
I mean, I think one of the big ones was when accessibility was made one of the core gates for Drupal. So there was a decision, I forget when it was, but Dries and others went off and set up at the time 4 core gates. There's performance, there was usability, there was I forget what's the other one, and accessibility. Like there were a limited number of them, and to have accessibility elevated on the stage of DrupalCon with the Dries note and sort of talk about this, like that was a huge deal, because again, you've got leadership doing this. This is something that's a process and a policy that is going to be managed by the community, and that to have accessibility issues be blockers, just like security issues are blockers. Like that's non-trivial for any community to go off and to say, again, exactly how that's being managed is another issue. But it was a real boost to go off and to have accessibility issues raised that way, and to have the delay of releases of Drupal be delayed, just to have that the releases pushed back months until we had something fixed. And one of the big ones was for Drupal 8 was inline form errors, the ability to try and create to create form errors that were done in a way that were accessible, so that when you made a mistake in Drupal, you would know what that mistake was, and you could fix it as easily as possible, which is basic usability, but it's something where, like, how do you define it? How do you maintain it? How do you get it so that when you've got something as complicated as the Drupal's admin interface, that you're able to go off and have appropriate and meaningful error messages throughout that very, very complicated interface.
To make sure I understand it correctly, what you said, that accessibility became that sort of release criteria, and it had sort of the quote-unquote power, as you mentioned, to stop a release and delay it, because the issues that you were trying to fix or what people developed, they did not meet the accessibility criteria or standards within the community at the time.
It's still the case. It's a matter of the accessibility team standing up and saying, this is a blocker, this needs to be fixed. But it's still the case that we can stop issues from or stop releases from getting out if there are significant accessibility bugs that we need to address beforehand.